Oh, sorry guys, I had to put the phone down. So imagine out of 10,000 people that are sent to stalk you, you can always grab 5 or 10 to come into the bathroom with you at the same time. It's no big deal. And to turn on these machines to make noise for you before you leave, and to clean around you, everything. Out of these 10,000 people, you gotta find at least, I don't know, 5, 10, 20 that are. Look how busy the subway is now as I come down. Look. They have them all lined up to have enough to come, to sort of follow you and block up your way. So now what we'll do is we want to try to avoid this madness. So I guarantee you, if we go back upstairs, we'll spend a little bit more time. We'll have a smoke. We'll come down. You'll see it as busy again, as if everyone's taking the subway back home at the same time I'm taking it. But that's how you do it. See that laugh? Those all day long, guys. I hear them all day long. That's a big, huge characteristic with them that they do all the time. That laugh, and sort of obviously there's people coming up at the same time, and I don't look at them. I'm filming them for you guys, but I'm not seeing anything. But that's the beauty of it. So pay attention to the people I talk to sometimes for directions or whatever. And look at their energy, the way they're looking at me, their attitude, what they're doing. That's how you can find that it's the workers too. It ain't just the people that hang out there. Because that's the main thing. If it's only the people that hang out there, then you just bypass them, you ignore them. But then if you're going to store to buy a burger, and the guy who's selling you the burger puts ketchup instead of mayo and undercooks it, and I think we got out this way. Undercooks the burger and mistreats you, makes you wait, serves the other customer who's behind you, in front of you, before you. Those things, they used to do all that to me everywhere I went, guys. From buying a burger to getting served at the bank. I walk in there, they grab the coins, they start banging them. The tellers will start laughing out loud, having loud conversations, bending over, showing their breast. Oh man, I've seen it all. I'm telling you, every single setting was contrived, was designed, was architected of all those elements. Every single, and see here another one. Those things, there's no shortage of these things all day long. So people that would watch my video right now they're like, wow, this guy, he's either telling the truth 100%, or the place he's at, for some reason, they must have a huge event, because everywhere he turns, there's people. Okay? Everywhere he turns. And man, the togetherness in his environment, how many couples there are. Every single man and woman walking in there are a couple. But those are the things that you gotta look at and smile. Everywhere he looks, there's people moving. Everywhere he comes out, there's people going in. Everywhere he comes out of, there are people coming in. Cars on the street don't stop. On and on and on. Every time he's on the street, there's a constant flow of cars going fast, 80 clicks an hour, one after the other. If he wants to go sit there, somebody else will sit before him. Or even grab the chair to contemplate whether they want to sit or not, because he may come and sit. Those are the things, those are the elements. So now we're going to light up a cigarette, and on a table that says non-smoking. The security's watching me. He's going to come to me right away and tell me you can't smoke here, sir. If that doesn't happen, I'll give you whatever you want. Unless there's no security. And now that I sit here, people are going to go in and out, this place manned all day long. It's going to become the busiest place in the city. They're going to come all the way from there and go in, because you get the cross and come out. In and out. Busiest place in the city is about to be this one here. What is it? It's the market, it's called. Oh, it's Longo's. It's a grocery store. They sell everything, food. Well, mostly food, groceries. So these stores are going to be the busiest. In and out, guys. Now watch. I'm going to sit here and show you. In and out, in and out, in and out. I hope they change the tactics, which is really good. I get to relax a bit at least and look at these stores and not have to see people go in and out the whole time. Oh, it's so nice. There we go. Atta girls. In and out. Yep. Well, yeah, I can't be wrong, because they can't. They have to do that. That's the whole point of bothering me and stalking me. If they stop doing that, then they're not bothering me anymore. But instead of having 100 go one after the other, they have one coming in here, one coming in there. A constant flow to keep the doors opening and closing. As I sit here, and the people behind me are having the loudest conversation on the planet. You hear that? Who has the need to talk this loud? So now with the talking, we're gonna put the Walkman on. They're leaving, thank God. Oh. So now the ones that walk in front, they're gonna talk. Because there's no talking from the back, they'll be talking from the front. Now we'll go back to the subway, you'll see it as packed. Or people want to cross from here. So you gotta ignore, you gotta completely detach. It's the only way to actually feel good about yourself in this abusive bubble, you know? I can't find my lighter, where did I put it? Let's see if it's here. In and out now the whole time. And cars flying by in big trucks, and yeah, you've seen it all. So it's funny, they're trying to cut down so they don't get, it doesn't look like they're, you know, stalking me and harassing me, but they can't. It's still obvious. Everywhere I go, there's still people talking loud around me unnecessarily, which is fake. It's obvious, that's harassment. And it's different people. So it's conspiracy to harassment by different entity, by a grand entity that's covertly sending these people to sit around you and harass you, one after the other, playing tag. Whether it's loud voice or running in and out of a store as you sit in front of it, anything. I mean, what else could be if an entity wanted to covertly harass you? They're not going to get people to come and bump into you and jump on your head and slap your head. This is the way they would do it. But I get to look somewhere else and I get to relax, sit on a chair and have my smoke, you know, and wait for that subway flow to go away. It won't. Now we go back down, you'll see the same thing again. They're all talking as they come out. So now as I'm having the cigarette and trying to ignore all this irritation that's around me, and I have my eyes closed, I'm thinking of how I'm gonna start to implement the ways to come out of this prison. Even if they won't take those $15,000 off my license, and even if, look how many people are coming through this tight opening now in order to cross. That's harassment. So even if I'd have to pay the whole amount in my license, and here if you pay a small amount, they give it back to you and you make a deal with them, you pay them monthly to anybody. I will, because once I get that, I'm out. Doesn't matter. I will save a couple of grand, I'll work, and I'll go to the States on a ride from here or in Canada and drive and drive and drive and drive and drive. And then I get to a certain point where, you know what? I think I'll decide I'll stop here. Boom. C'est fini, mon chéri. So today is a chilling out day, relaxing. I walked around a lot last week. I learned a lot of things. I actually accomplished a lot of stuff by moving forward into trying to figure out how I'm gonna logistically set up my next, way to escape this bubble. See how many people are coming by here now to go in. Look, this tight spot. They could go from all around there and go in. So they have to really, that's harassment. And it's done by a big entity that circles you in a 2-mile bubble. How are you going to prove that? You see that? You hear that laugh? I hear that at least 100 times a day. At least 100 times a day, guys. No, sorry, not 100. Maybe downtown about, I don't know, 50, 60, something like that. In my area, my neighborhood, about maybe, I don't know, 20, 30, something like that. So I have to talk on the phone while they're talking so I don't listen to the crap that they're saying. I don't want to hear that information. This is someone who's trying to force this information in your head. You know, someone who's trying to force it in. You know, you go away, you have your eyes closed, headphones in your ears, you're talking on the phone, and then he still has a way to fucking sink it into your head. He wants to follow you to your bedroom and say, no, take it. You don't want it, you have to. You're forced. You have to take it. That's what happens when brainwash stops to work. And you realize where you are, and you're doing your best to avoid it. And he's still trying to force it on you. So, you know, you're trying to avoid all these things, and what do? They send them to stand beside you and talk loud then. Or when they pass by, they talk as they pass by. So if someone was walking around someplace all day long and keeps listening people talking every time they're around them, that's obvious. That's a conspiracy to harass someone done by a huge entity who's sending one after another to implement those things on them. And the cars too, they're going on all the ramps, all the little how do they block the sewer pipes in the ground with those metal circles? They go over them to make the noise. Specifically, they speed, big trucks revving their engines, honking. All those elements are being implemented on you 24/7 wherever you go. It's pretty obvious. It doesn't matter if it's toned down. It doesn't matter if it's intense. It doesn't matter, you know, none of those things matter. What matters is it's being done on you. That's harassment. But then again, when you're inside of this bubble, who are you going to go to? Now, do you want to see if I open my eyes and look in those doors, what will happen? Look, I open them now. Look, watch. Watch what's going to happen. Those guys in the reflection are still there moving. Those guys. Oh, one appears here to move. See what happens when I open my eyes? Because they have to do it in a slope. She shows me some leg, she bends. It has to happen on a slow process. They start walking from that way and the action starts again. So I can't open them. I have to keep looking now. I gotta look that way. That's where I'm looking now. You know, you gotta avoid them. And now I got the cop sirens. That's how it is, guys. That's how it works. So now I could say to you, okay, let's get out of here. We'll go down to the subway. You see, you don't see that many people up here. But if I go down to the subway, it'll be packed. Going north or south. Loaded. All these people that you saw there earlier, you will see them again now. Because they're waiting for me. Not the same ones. Whoever's around this neighborhood piled up. As soon as I get to a place, they have to go there too to keep it busy. How else? On a Saturday, the streets aren't that busy. And look, another dog. He must be terrified because I'm doing good. That's what that exemplifies. Ultimately, at the core, that's what it exemplifies. Fear. To have the need to do it. So now, when we get downstairs, you're going to find it rammed. How? They just happen to come down at the same time. There's not that many people around you. Remember the last trip? So I get to use these stores. Somebody uses them. I come in, they come out. I come out, they come in. That's the idea. You know, so that's how it is. So now we're going to try to get there. Let's see how many thousands are waiting for the subway, you know. It's not working anymore. I'm ignoring everything. And that's the way you do it. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't heard nothing. Time to close one eye. They're getting ready for me at the door. Time to completely ignore. All those 20,000 people they brought down today, 30,000 went for a waste. They didn't serve any fucking purpose. You gotta make them look like idiots. That's the idea. Watch the millions now, they're gonna be there. At the same time, pop up. Yes, sir. Here we go. But you still gotta ignore. Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. So, the investment on 20,000 people to bring them to come right up my ass. When I don't look at them, they don't exist. I can erase that instantly like this by a simple action of ignoring them and closing my eyes. All that investment's gone. Let's see how many are there now. You see? How come? How come? How come those two girls all the way there? I saw them when I first came downtown. You see them in my videos. Look at them, those two. How come? Anyways, we're gonna go to the bathroom again. Now everyone's gonna come. Look, 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 look. Here we go, pointing. Now it's gonna get busy. So now we're gonna do the same thing we did earlier. Are we or aren't we? I don't know. Let's see. Let's find out. They're mobilizing over there too. I still don't see anyone. I still don't talk to anyone. I still don't hear anything. So now this big fucking group is gonna come down here and back out. That's the way I like it. Oh, yeah, yeah. So now I close the left eye, keep the right eye open. Let's go back to the washroom. They gotta play the message now. Like, he's gotta use all the people he brought downtown in a tight place like this for them to harass me and bother me, right? He's gotta be able to use them. I think. Oh, everyone's coming up as I'm coming here. Wow. Wow, he's desperate to use up the empty vessels. We gotta get something out of these 20,000 people. They paid them for nothing. Okay. Here we go. So how do you evade 20,000 people from stalking you? Exactly what I did today, guys. You're gonna be seeing a lot of things lately. The cleaning guy's still there waiting for me to clean a second term. And he can't clean again, so he'll just stand outside. Well, we're gonna later come and move the newspaper like this in front of me. There we go. We got more friends. Come out when I come in. Yes. Yes. Nice smells too. So everyone who's gonna take a dump will save it till now. That's how it is. Even though this water that I just drank may be poisonous and not good for you, but guys, you know what I did in Cuba? When I was in Cuba, oh, it got packed again. When I was in Cuba, not too packed. Give me the will to get in there. When I was in Cuba you're not allowed to drink their own water because it's, I don't know what it's got in it, but most people are not used to it. So you get poisoned, you throw up, you do whatever. At least that's what I was told. Who knows, in my world, maybe that's fake too. Now, when I used to go to the resorts at the beginning, obviously they give you normal water, bottled water. But then, when I went to live in Cuba, I said, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to start using their water every day, put a drop, 2 drops, 3 drops, until my system's used to it, because I saw the Cubans drinking their own water. So how bad could it be? And then I'm going to start drinking their water too. So what did I do? I ended up, after 2 months, drinking their own water from the sink, normal, just like here. Nothing. We're creatures of habit. Whatever could poison you today, slowly introduced to you, you'll get used to it. This is how a man like me could have survived in this torturous world, in this torturous life that he lived for so long. Otherwise, you couldn't have survived it. See, look how busy he's gotten right now. Look at them coming. Look. This on a Saturday. So this is my bubble that follows me everywhere I go. So now what I'll do is I'll ditch it again. I'll go up. I'll come back down. Surprisingly, you'll find nobody. Within 5 minutes, it'll get like this. How? We were just up on Young and Bloor. There was barely anybody on the street. Where did it all come from? They're all talking. Or at least I keep hearing talking as I move forward, and people walking towards me like it's not even, we're rush hour, it ain't like this. How come at the time that I leave, all these people come? I got here 5 minutes ago, on the other side there was nobody here. That's my bubble. It's all these people that they paid enough money to come downtown today and bother me. It didn't work. I was unbothered. So they gotta use them again now to bother me in a different place that's much tighter. They can't bother me out on the street, they have to bother me down here. But they can't show the same person twice or make them sit there for an hour. So they have to get this flow of people leave. And now as I come up there and come back down, there'll be another flow. They'll keep using everyone they brought downtown today, everyone they brought in, to do this with. As I am around the busiest place on the planet at the busiest time. But this is how my life is the whole time, guys. At any time and any day. This proves that there's a covert operation to make it look like, you know, it's just busy. It just happened to be at every door I get to, there's 10 coming out this way. At every door I want to go in, there's 10 going in that way. It just happened to be because it's busy. It's only busy, right? With people hanging downtown with electric wheelchairs and canes and short shorts like a strip bar. It just happened to be that way. No, it is that way the whole time. This place here is like that, 24/7. That's why the people in there all have their head shaved, because they ripped their hairs out from the stress. Well, I don't know. How do you convince this dumb entity that what you're doing, you will never be able to hide it? Maybe from my camera here. But soon when I got a drone with a camera and put it on top, and you could see the people coming from all corners to attack me, and I'm in the center, well, how are you going to hide that? Oh, no, they're just walking there towards you? They like you? They must love you a lot. What are you going to do? What are you going to say? Now we'll go back. I see barely anybody out here. We'll go back in. You see a zillion people down there. Not when I get there, after I get there. Where did they come from? Look.
What do you do?
Now we go over here. It's just a bunch of pilot cars. Now it'll be quiet out here, not much. And then get down there, there's nobody there. After 5 minutes, it's loaded. I mean, come on. If I exposed you the first time, I could expose you the second time, the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time. When I exposed you the first time, not because your stuff was exposable, it's because I'm talented. Just because you think you're an idiot, because you think your stuff is always exposable to me, because I'm the guy who exposes it. I have talent. It's not that it was exposable and now it's not. So I expose you once, I expose you twice, 3 times, 4 times, and infinity. Under the rain even, they have to walk into this area and go in to bother me. Under the rain, without an umbrella. And there has to be someone standing there beside me that keeps moving, that doesn't stop moving. The whole fucking time. Any excuse to keep moving. That's how it is. But then you ignore his ass, because his ass is meant to be ignored to begin with. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been picked for this job. That's how you do it. That's how you stay sane. You can't come down to the level where these people are brought in to get you entangled in their stupid actions. You can't. The only way you could stay sane if you ignore them. And eventually it will empty. But now that I'm filming, they'll start walking. Look. Under the rain. They're waiting. And they'll start coming my way. Under the rain. From here and from there eventually. And from inside the store. You know, you can paint this place busy as much as you want. But you can never paint these schizophrenic actions of these people around me as normal actions. So their plan was to actually, see, they put one here for you to notice inside standing. When you look at them, they move. It's the same thing. I don't even want to point them out. The idea is for you to be able to find your, just because they have you in a bubble, you have to make your own bubble. You have to design psychologically, and then it will implement itself physically and geographically. Design your own bubble that they can't penetrate. With the way you move your eyes, the way you look, the way you move, the way you think, what you're busy doing. Those are the elements that are constructing a bubble around you that they can't penetrate. You have to do that. So they're moving on my right eye here, because you can see 180 degrees, moving inside and moving outside, so they don't come in front of me. So they'll do whatever it takes. Now I'll move here, and I'll get busy here. Remember the old man was here, I moved over there, he left, they got busy over there. Now someone will come over here within my bubble. You have to keep that bubble constructed, to keep yourself bubbled up from them. You have to. Once you learn how to construct a bubble that gives you safety and comfort, you'll be able to operate between them wherever you go. It doesn't matter what they have and what kind of noise they're implementing. As they're doing that, you're not feeling, you're not seeing, you're not hearing anything, regardless of all the irritations. You know? That's how you do it. Because I'm here, I got attacked here. If I go over there, I'll get attacked over there. It doesn't matter where I go, they're all around me within a 2-mile radius set up to attack me. And a huge flow of them. Now, they've used a lot of people today throughout downtown to fill it all out. Now that they don't need them anymore, they think I'm not going to go back down there. They're going to bring them in here to really concentrate around you and try to bug you and look at you and move back and forth and whatever reason to get you to notice them. And then when they don't succeed, you hear the sirens of the cruiser from far away because it got trafficky. What are all these cars doing downtown on a Saturday? In front of me the whole time, this big lineup that doesn't stop. It ain't like this in rush hour here. So you have to construct your own small bubble from within this big annoying one. You have to be able to protect yourself from these constant annoying attacks. Now, since this place has no door for people to come in and out of, they have to stabilize a post or a brick. They have to stabilize that. You have to completely ignore whatever they do to you, to talk to you, to get you to annoy you. They have to stabilize something there, because here there are doors, over there there are doors, here there are no doors. But they have to put something there to be as annoying as doors. You have to bubble yourself up from all that. So guys, it's nice when it rains like this. It looks beautiful, you know. So in a situation like this one, you ignore everything around you and you just look at the rain and the beauty of it. And you imagine yourself out of this torturous world that they put you in. You know what I mean? You have to. Because if you keep on letting it get to you and wrap you up and bother you and draw you back in, you'll always be entangled in it. So another insult is to get some guy over there to actually give her a cigarette or whatever to make you look like you're the bad guy. You're surrounded with this psychological warfare and everything around you to drain you, to make you feel miserable. There are tactics to make you feel miserable, guys. If you don't know how to guard yourself and keep them off you and not let them penetrate your bubble, you will lose. So today's lesson, especially this video, is how